Now I'm going to show you how to mold and to make the tin loaf. Great basic white dough, but also that dough we can use it for a fougasse, and that's it's a quick bread, what I call instant gratification bread. You don't have to prove that bread, you just cut the dough and bake it straight in the oven. It's fantastic. Right, to make the white loaf we need flour, 1 kilo strong bread flour. Then we got some fine sea salt, and I'm going to use 20 grams in there, 2 teaspoons of salt. Now yeast, there's two types of yeast you can use. You can use fresh yeast, which is great, give you a nice flavor. If you can't get fresh yeast, you can use some quick yeast as well. So I use about 1 teaspoon for 1 kilo of flour. Now, the only thing we need after that is water. And I'm going to use 730 grams of water for 1 kilo of flour. Cover your salt and your yeast and blend everything together. You can use your finger for this. Put our water into our bowl very slowly. Okay, I'm not joking. I'm going to use a plastic scraper. Mix everything together, like you would do on a mixer on a slow speed. For 4 or 5 minutes, you mix your ingredients together, so they start to bound together. So if you put your hand in there now, what's happening? You stick everywhere, and then the stickiness make your brain feel it's so sticky. You put more flour in there, you change your recipe, you got to stick to the recipe and believe it's going to work. So work everything really well together. And you do this in your bowl until you got no flour showing, there's no dry bits. I'm going to drop this on the table. I'll drop the dough. Okay, this is perfect. The dough is going to be formed now. You've got to work with the dough. Hands like that, pick up the dough, and then slap it there, stretch over, and fold. Like so. What you must not do is hold on to the dough too much. Believe it's going to work, and it will work. Give it a scrape. Take your dough for a walk, make it move. Show the dough's boss. You take a bit of practice. You don't add flour, you don't add oil. I can feel the dough really getting stronger and stronger. You feel the dough changing. There's a trick I teach people during the class also sometimes, is if you heard of the French shrug, it works perfect. If you do the French shrug to the dough, you all know that, the dough will come off your finger. I'll show you that. Look. Like that, okay? Both. It's the best sensation to feel the dough coming alive, changing through your finger by doing your own work and understanding how the dough works. Final touch. More shrug. If you see the dough there, when you put your hand on top, it doesn't stick. Our dough is done now, so just a fine dusting of flour, just very little, upside down. So the sticky side is up now. And that's going to rest now for an hour. Put it somewhere draft free. Right, our dough now has been rested for an hour. It's beautiful, ready to go. I'm going to show you now how to divide the dough and to make some beautiful tin loaf with it, and also a nice fougasse. A tiny bit of flour on the table, fine dusting, take my scraper and tip the dough over. Fine dusting of flour. I'm going to keep a tiny bit of dough for my fougasse. There you go. And I'll leave this alone. Now for our tin loaf. Press it down gently, give it one fold. Press in here, and another fold on top. And we divide the dough in about 450 grams. Now I'm going to show you to mold the tin loaf. Very lightly buttered, you can use oil if you want to also. So my top of my dough, the smooth side is there. Press it down a tiny bit. There. Our loaf now are ready to go and prove. Don't try to put your dough in a hot airing cover, it's too dry. As long as they're covered, they won't crust on the top. Okay, I got a piece of dough left over there, and what I want to show you is one of my favorite bread. The fougasse comes from the same root word as the word focaccia and the word focus, which means bread baked on the half of the oven, right in the center where it's really, really hot. For this one, I'm going to use a tiny bit of semolina with a bit of flour together. That's great. I'll take my dough there. I'm going to get a scraper and just cut it in the middle there, like a leaf shape. And you find them in windows, in shops in France. You can have them stuffed with olive, with all sorts of things. I'm going to lift it there on our pail and make some little flames. Look at that, beautiful. So make sure it doesn't stick. And that's ready for the oven. In about 10 minutes, we have a perfect bread. Our fougasse has been now for about 12 minutes in the oven. Oh yes. Look at this. Look at it. Perfectly formed. Listen to this. Oh, that's exactly what you want. Perfect. Our tin loaf have been brewing for 1 hour now, so it's time to put them in the oven. Just rub it gently. Really hot oven, 250. Put them inside, get a big squirt of steam in there, and this will soften the top of the crust and form the crust. Done. They're going to bake on full heat for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we're going to turn the oven down by 30 degrees and then finish baking for another 20 minutes. Let's have a look. Oh yes. Oh, look at you. Beautiful. The crust is nicely formed, but if you wanted a harder crust on the side, put them back in the oven for 2 or 3 minutes and then you form a better crust. Beautiful. Right, what we've got now with a simple basic white dough is 3 beautiful tin loaf and a great fougasse.